What is up, boys? I hope y'all had a good trading week. I know I did. And I feel as if you know how to trade or what you're doing at all, you should have had a good week this week, you know? If you did anything but long this week, you need to reevaluate yourself. Okay? And I don't mean that in demeaning or like putting you down way, but I think it would help you a lot. So, where did we leave off? Yesterday, brutal edge on ES. Brutal edge. So, let's go like that. So on ES, we had all-time high. All-time high! Yeah, we had all-time high, right? So we tapped the only 4-hour gap. Like the biggest 4-hour gap in this current price leg. We're finally able to tap a gap, besides down here, which, I mean, we're finally able to actually retrace, right? So, what do we get from that? We tap into the 4-hour gap and the 1-hour gap, and tap into the 30-minute gap, you know, and 15, right? Everything, bro. Everything is so bullish, right? So what do we get? Coming down here, boom. Where did I enter? This one. Enter right there. Bro, why did TradingView change their long tool to an L instead of the lines? What is that, bro? Shit is ugly, cuh. So yeah, this is the trade I took. I believe my stop was here. No, it was... No, yeah. It was somewhere like right here. I got like 207. Okay, like that. So, yeah, as you saw, we retrace into gaps. You know, we get this strong move. So I'm like kind of sketched out. I'm like, okay. But we tap it, push us lower. We're not even able to go past this low. And from there, what do we get? We get a very strong close, retrace to a 5-minute gap, get another strong close. I'm taking that, bro. All-time highs right there. From there, we come up here. I go break even here. Okay. So I go break even, boom, and what happens? Comes up, and I get edged. Should have closed. I thought about closing here, but I didn't. Cooked. It's whatever. So yeah, that's that day. Then I get break even, and then we go to all-time high. Oh, I actually would not have gotten stopped out either. Anyways, so yeah, that was that day. Super easy day, you know, just long. Like I said, long. Look at this, bro. If you're trying to trade against this, what are you doing? And then coming into today, we had all-time highs on NASDAQ. We took them again on ES beforehand, right? NASDAQ still had all-time highs, which is right here. So what happens when we open up? We open up right. So we open up right there. Okay. Yeah, let's just go here. What do we get? So hang on. Just so you can see the wick right there. Alright, on ES, the wick was above and this wick was lower. That is where you could have gotten stopped out today. Hang on. That is where you could have gotten stopped out today. As we push down, we get this candle, which if you are taking a premature entry, I guess it's kind of valid. All-time high is right there, but you got to pay attention to the 15 because we do push down and tap the 15-minute gap there. That is how you could have gotten cooked on NASDAQ. And then coming over here, so 9:30 open, same thing, same ordeal. Come down, we tap this gap, boom, right? And we tap the 30-minute gap right there. Okay. So from there, what did I see? Let's tap the 15 on ES, right? And we make a little SMT. Like, okay. From there, we get a push up, which I liked, and then we get a little retrace down. And then, hang on. Bro, can we not have some candles on the screen, please? Alright, here we go. And I entered right here off this candle, targeting all-time highs. Brutal hold, by the way, absolutely brutal hold. And my stop loss was Was it here? I know I don't like that. I think it was there. Hang on, let me see. Alright, here we are on my notes right here. NASDAQ win 1.75 RR. So that means we're, oh wait, my stop was right here. So yeah, that is the trade I took. Where, okay, let's just, oh, let's just, did I show anything? No, we good. Okay, let's just look at the entry, bro. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. This was the entry on the 1 minute time frame. As you can see, my boys, we enter right there. Stop loss right there. Oh, that's weird. MNQ was different with the RR. Huh. Anyways, so yeah, we enter there. We enter off that 1 minute close just because I feel like at this point, it's guaranteed that NASDAQ is going to go to all-time highs as well as ES, just due to, you know, they're both moving so bullish. ES already took it, so there's a chance we retrace from there. But if you know, after we hit all-time highs on ES, we tend to run around 10 to 12 points, or on NASDAQ, we tend to run 50 to 60 points above. Just something you can go look back and notice. That's how you could also hit a banger trade. You know, if you just extend your TP and just trail, you know, you rip up, make a low, come up, trail to the low, just keep doing that. You know, that's how you get that once in a few month, like 3, 4, 5, 6 R trade. But, so yeah, I enter there. I just felt like that is the point where we wouldn't get that strong of a candle if we were going to go lower, and I felt like it was pretty guaranteed we were going to all-time highs from there. And just because of how we were moving here, I did put my break even up here. Could have played it lower, like maybe here or something, but I did want to be safe. And off that, we get a nice little candle, get a little retrace. Can't close below the gap, another good sign. We get this flip out of it. Looks good. I thought about adding in here, but I waited for one more strong close, added in one more contract. And then from there, this bullshit began. Keep in mind, bro, I put this a few points below so I don't get edged. I got edged, bro. So yeah, we edge, and then we get this huge candle down, and I'm like, then we come up, then we come down, then we come up, then we come down, then we come up, and this went on for 10:43, 11:30. Yeah, bro, 50 minutes? Are we kidding me? But yeah, it did end up playing out. Diamond hands, I knew what I wanted to see. Diamond hands is not a flex, I wouldn't say. In something like this, I feel like it would be smart to close right here, knowing after, but whatever. You know, you could do that, but I view it as you're not taking a trade to risk to close here. You're taking a trade, you're putting risk on the table to target this point and profit. You're not targeting here, you're not targeting here. You know, you can, but I prefer to just break even on my break even, keep my take profit there, and I don't touch it. I did trail though. After we came up, after this right here, I did trail to here, and then once we got here, and then we started coming up, I'm like, okay, so I trailed to here, and then when we were about here, I trailed it here, I think, but we did end up taking it from there. So yeah, super good day. Just to go over it one more time, you know, all-time highs, super bullish, nothing you want to do besides long. Oh, what about shorting to a gap? I do think the only way I find my draw on liquidity is, okay, I just look at it like this. I'm like here, for example. Okay, we tap a gap, sweep this low. What's the reasonable thing to do? Go to the highs, right? I just view it as we sweep a low, where do we go? I mean, sweep a high, where do we go? We go to the gap. Here we ran through, but yeah, basically that is all I do. I go in the 4 hour, I'm like, okay, we tap the gap, now we go to the highs or lows. Okay, we took the highs or lows, now we go to a gap. But all-time highs, I don't like doing that. I don't think you should do that. I think you should wait for was to tap a gap, and instead of playing like the little small move to the gap, play the move to all-time highs. And then what do you get from there? You know, sometimes we run past, get another retrace, and we continue running. So now you entered here, and now your take profit, instead of just being here, you trail your stop to here, and then we come up here, punch another low, boom, trail. You know, it just keeps going. You eventually get trailed out, but that is how you can catch some extra R. Yeah, I'm kind of just rambling right now. But yeah, just another thing. Assume we're gonna continue moving the way we have been moving until proven otherwise. You know, like it's easy to look at this and be like, okay, bro, we're moving like this. We gotta retrace. We gotta retrace. We gotta retrace. No, you know, it's like, don't try to play that prediction. Don't try to predict. Don't try to catch that reversal. I feel like it's a big influence with like social media, trying to catch that like 10R reversal. No, bro, try to go, just play with the trend, bro. Get that 1.5R and you will be chilling. So that's what I do. Sorry, my girlfriend came in here. She just got out the shower. But yeah, as I was saying, assume we're going to be moving the way we have been moving, right? So even if, you know, we sweep a high, we go to a gap. If we're chopping and you're very confident in that draw, that doesn't matter. You know we've been chopping. Play that big extra stop loss, bro. Like, don't let social media influence you and being like, oh, I have to trade every day. I have to catch this crazy R. You don't, bro. Let the, like, long term, what's going to work out is you taking the easy continuations, and on the hard days where it's chopping, if you're not a confident draw, just sit on your hands. Even if it would have worked out, if you did that 10 more times, it would be unprofitable, you know? It's like, people say treat it like a video game. I disagree. Do not treat it like a video game. You don't have to beat the hard levels. You don't have to pass the hard parts, the hard levels. Sit them out. Just play the easy ones. Get that easy dub. And yeah, that's all. So let's go over this real quick. The reason for taking this trade was we were near all-time highs. We were very bullish on ES. We are very bullish. ES is more bullish, but they are both moving bullish enough to the point where I felt confident in taking it on NASDAQ. And then we got a little retrace. Come up, react off a bearish 5-minute gap, which was just to retrace us to a 15-minute gap. That's on ES, by the way. From there, we get a 5-minute close out of it. This is back on NASDAQ. So I scaled down to the 1 minute, further getting a more sniper entry. And then from there, our break-even point was at the highs, and I had an add-in point, which was after a 1 minute retrace with a strong close and TP at all-time high. I don't know what else to go over. We got 972 on 5 accounts. What does that mean? That means we made $4,860. Now you can see it right there. And guess what, boys? This secured me a $5,000 payout. 5K payout. That is what I like, bro. That is what I like to hear. That is what I like to see. I can't wait to request that on Sunday at 5 p.m. sharp. 5 p.m. sharp on Sunday, my boy. But yeah, so going into next week, just play, just wait for a retrace to a 1 hour, 4-hour gap, and just play along to all-time highs. And if you want, just keep trailing and trailing until you get trailed out. I will see you guys next week. Brandon, if you watch this shit, lock in, bro. Lock in. But yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys.